So, good morning, Father and brothers. Today I will discuss the Timaeus of Plato. And in his Timaeus, Plato explains reality in relation to his concept of world of forms or ideas. And accordingly, nothing in the cosmic world exists on its own. Everything exists as a copy of its idea. And in the world, let us call it by whatsoever, in the Timaeus, name may be most acceptable to it. We must ask a question, which is, it is agreed. It has come to be, for it can be seen and touched, and it has a body, and all such things are sensible. And as we saw sensible things that are to be apprehended by belief together with sensation, are things that become and can be generated. So, in the world that we exist, we can see the world and we can sense. We have this sense in the world, and all things that exist in the material world are known through senses. So, by the use of our senses, we understand the existence of the world. And in his Timaeus is that the world, or we can understand the world by this our senses, by sense of touch, by seeing, uh, uh, and knowing of this world. So everyone must see that he looked to the eternal, for the world is the best of things that have become, and he is the best causes. Our world must be necessarily be a likeness of something. And in his Timaeus, everything is created by the Morgi. So this is the best causes that is being made by someone, and it is the Morgi in accordance with the models of eternal forms. Plato attributes the Timorgy with arranging already existing materials of chaos. These things, however, can only be explained by means of reason. So, an account of what is made in the image of the other, but is only a likeness, will itself be put likely standing to accounts of the former kind in proportion. As reality is to becoming, so is truth is to believe. So, desiring then that all things should be good, so far as might be, nothing imperfect, the God took over all that is visible, not at rest, but in discordant and unordered motion, and brought it from disorder into order, since he judged that order was every way the better. So, Plato's demorgy is that the demorgy, or this so-called God, is the causes of this order world, is the causes of this order world, and the demorgy is the one who arranging from chaos to order, from disorder to chaos. And this only be explained by means of reason. So the things evolve or became to be is only comprehensible in the sphere of rational construct. And this demorgy is the causes of this world. And no work that is without intelligence will ever be better than one that has intelligence. Moreover, intelligence cannot be present apart from soul. So the soul is a principle of life as the cosmic representation of uh, of the Morgi in the world of things. And in virtue of this reasoning, when he framed the universe, He fashioned reason within the soul and soul within body to the end that the work he accomplished. So that not only is the universe exquisite order a demonstration of intelligence, but it also serves as a guide for rational beings to comprehend and imitate. The souls are returned to their original condition of greatness, which was lost during the incarnation through understanding and emulation. And let's continue. For that embraces and contains within itself all the intelligible living creatures, just as this world contains ourselves and all other creatures that have been formed as things visible. So it is a living entity, since having intellect is preferable to not having it, and gaining intelligence necessitates gaining soul, since it is whole or living creatures that have ever existed are part of it. It is distinct because of the distinctiveness of its model, which derives from the model's completeness. And the heaven, for that which embraces all the intelligible living creatures that there are, cannot be of affair, for then there would have to be yet another living creatures, embracing those two, and they would be parts of it, and thus our world would be more truly described as likeness. So now that which comes to be must be bodily and so visible and tangible, and nothing can be visible without fire, or tangible without something solid, and nothing is solid without air. Earth. Fire and earth make up the bulk of the world, but to form a cohesive, harmonious whole, these so-called elements need to be the mediation of air and water in the sequence of proportion. The different uses of this universe body, which is safe like a spherical, and a trace is possessed or lacks, are all discussed. And through this composition of things, according to me to Timaeus, consists of four elements of the earth: the earth, air, fire, and the margi, and water, I mean. And all this then was the plan of the God, who is forever for the God who has some time to be. According to this plan, he made it smooth and uniform. On all these accounts, the world which he brought into being was blessed God. The Demurgi, the God that, according to Plato, Demurgi created everything for forming them through these four elements. The spiritual component of things, which is the soul, is spiritual and indestructible, and therefore immortal, because the soul is the principle of life. It cannot therefore perish or die. And Plato explained as well the concept of time as a movement in things that are in state of change or becoming. Accordingly, all that are in movement will perish or disappear. Time is only comprehensible, therefore, in the world of change. And without these things that are in movement, time ceases to be, does not exist separated from things that are in the state of becoming. So, therefore, the Timaeus refers to form or make up the entire cosmic world. It is the principle of causality being the cause of everything. It can also be the principle of sufficient reason, and these forms of ideas are constant and immutable. Senses are mutable and subject to destruction. And that's all, Father, and thank you so much.